Well, good evening. On today's episode, we're going to teach you how to make a real pot roast. We're going to need some wine. We're going to need some beef broth or beef base to make broth. We're going to need a way to season this steak up with here, so we're going to use a little Padilla Complete. We're going to throw some carrots in there. This is the part that's really important here. We got fresh bay leaf, rosemary, thyme, garlic, black peppercorns. And of course, you got to put some celery in there. That's what really, if you don't put celery in there, you're missing out. Because it's pretty important. All these things are important to making a real good European style pot roast. So let's get started.
Hey man, give it up for the Insane Chef right here.
Insane Chef.
Now today,
This is the Insane Chef.
so first thing we're gonna do is wash our hands. Make sure they're good and clean. It's always important when you're cooking food. Make sure you got clean hands. We need to sear this piece of meat off before we start adding all this other stuff. So I'm gonna hit this with some Padilla here. You can use whatever. I use like an Italian seasoning blend with some salt and pepper, or this Padilla is pretty much the same thing. Get a little flavor on there. I'm gonna do both sides here. And you can do chuck roast, whatever kind of meat you like. I like the chuck roast because it's got a lot of fat in it. Makes it a little better final quality product there. Okay, so let's put some little olive oil on there. So when you're cooking, see, I get this hand is touching the meat. This hand is not touching the meat. That way, you don't cross-contaminate something. So we rub that all down in there good. I think this bottle's about done here, so let's go ahead and finish it off. That's it. What I have here in the forefront is a pot here heating up. So that's how we're gonna sear this here meat. So we're gonna sear that for about a minute and a half on each side. There we go. That's smelling delicious already. So while the other side sears there, we're gonna go ahead and chop this celery up here in about 1-inch long, 2-inch long pieces. Well, let's go ahead and throw some of that celery off in there. Go ahead and throw these garlics in there. And we'll go ahead and throw some carrots off in there. There you go. About 8 ounces. That's looking good. Okay, at this point, we're going to throw in our bay leaf. The thyme and the rosemary. And some black peppercorns. There we go. Got to keep that bottom of the pan from burning there. We're going to use some of this here red wine. Deglazing the pan right now. There we go. At this point, what you want to do is kind of break off any of the stuff that's stuck there on the bottom of the pan. Right there is smelling absolutely delicious. Let's come up to a little bit of a boil there, breaking off all the stuff in the bottom of the pan. We go to the next step. So what we want to do there is add a gallon of beef stock to that. Now this here base makes 5 gallons. So we need 1/5 of this container here mixed with 4 quarts of water. So there we are. We put our beef base in there to make our broth. Let's start adding the water in. We're gonna get 1 gallon of water in here. There he is. There's a big old chunk of meat. Chuck roast. And mix that broth up in there good. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this on, put a cover on here. Put this on a medium heat. Medium to low heat, about a 4 if you got a 1 to 10 setting. We're gonna check it in an hour. We're gonna let this go for about 2 hours. And what we're gonna make out of this is gonna be the French dip, which this meat will be nice and tender, and this juice will reduce down and be our jus for our French dip. So there we are, all covered up, ready to cook. And that's why it's called a pot roast, because you're cooking in a big old pot. That just reminds me, I forgot to put the onion in there. Let's go ahead and throw some onion in here. You can use purple, yellow, whatever you got. Some people put Lipton's soup mix, onion soup mix in there. Choose what you got. And our meat is so tender, it just falls right apart when you touch it. Shreds real easy. That's gonna make a beautiful French dip. Okay, folks, I know everybody's been saying, why don't you get a real tripod? I had a real tripod, and I got a real tripod, but it doesn't have the right connections on it. So I actually bought this one off eBay. And this holds the regular camera. It's got the 1/2-inch screw. And the brand on this one is Teffing TF312. Very small and expands, so pretty cool. So this whole thing collapses down into this really tiny bag, so it should be pretty easy, portable and very lightweight. I got the Canon on there right now. I've also got the connection there for the to put your phone, mount your phone on there. So if you want to, just mount that right there. I think this thing was like 15 bucks. It wasn't that expensive. I also got this in the mail today. This is the new case to protect the S10. Of course, it doesn't protect against looting and rioting, but good to go otherwise.